Among the uniforms of the four major airlines, Luo Yang thinks Chong Airlines' Cheongsam uniform is the most beautiful. While waiting in the conference room, Xianghan's ladies brought tea to Luo Yang and the negotiation team. Most of the negotiation team were singles, and their eyes were wide open at this moment. Thanks. Luo Yang expressed his gratitude to the ladies. At the same time, Xianghang Group attached great importance to Beichin Technology's acquisition offer. Not long after, an executive from Xianghang Group came here with a negotiation team. For Xianghang, the debt of the building group can be reduced if it can be sold early, but it is impossible to sell at a lower price. For Xianghang, it is actually very difficult to determine the scale of the selling price. If the asking price is too high, the buyer will be dissatisfied, because the other party can just sit back and wait for Xianghang to have no choice but to buy it at a low price. The asking price was too low and Xianghang was not satisfied. Mr. Luo, I don't think anyone doubts your company's profitability, but the price of 3.7 billion is really not high anymore. Xianghang executives argued hard. The location of Xianghang building is very good. If Mr. Luo misses this acquisition opportunity, it will definitely be a very wrong decision. This was not because he was being alarmist, but that Xianghang had indeed reached a preliminary consensus with a certain buyer and was wrangling over the price at this time. But it's just that the other party's offer was 3.2 billion yuan, which was 100 million yuan lower than Beichin Technology. This is why Beichin Technology was received grandly. Although Beichin Technology is rich, it does not come from strong winds. Every money is used in a planned way. To be honest, we did not consider acquisition at first, but just planned to rent a building as a temporary office address. Even the address has been chosen, it's in Fengshan Building. We will invest in building a new headquarters designed by ourselves in the future. The price of 3.7 billion is enough for us to design a larger and more perfect headquarters. Luo Yang's words immediately made the executive hesitate. If you think about it carefully, as Luo Yang said, if it weren't for the right timing, Beichin Technology could have used the money to build a brand new headquarters. He said he would leave temporarily, and then called Chong Airlines headquarters for instructions. He received opinions from Chong Airlines headquarters half an hour later. Mr. Luo, how about we both take a step back, 3.5 billion. At the same time, Xianghang will help you complete the property acquisition of the 6th to 11th floors. The final transaction price will definitely not exceed 450 million. Xianghang executives stated the base price given by the headquarters. During Beichin Technology's internal discussions, the lowest transaction price given was 3.6 billion, and this goal has been achieved at this time. Okay, we don't want to waste more time. As long as you can complete the above conditions, then Beichin Technology agrees to the transaction, but these conditions must be written into the contract. If the final price offered by the other party exceeds 450 million, then Xianghang will make up the difference. Make a deal. Witnessed by the teams of both parties, Luo Yang and Xianghang executives each signed the acquisition agreement as representatives. After signing the agreement, Xianghang couldn't wait and went directly to the official department to prepare for the transfer procedures. Then, under the witness of the president of Cosmos Bank, Beichin Technology transferred 3.5 billion yuan into Xianghang's company account. Of course, Xianghang still has to pay taxes on this money, but it has nothing to do with Beichin Technology. Xianghang Group worked very quickly and reached a consensus with the real estate company that night. The next morning, Beichin Technology completed the property rights transfer agreement with the real estate company and paid another 450 million yuan. So far, after spending 3.95 billion yuan, this piece of land located on the front line of the Huangpu River and this huge Xianghang building all belonged to Beichin Technology. At noon that day, Beichin Technology, Xianghang Group, and the real estate company jointly held a press conference in the lobby on the first floor of Xianghang Building. From today on, Beichin Technology will own all the property rights of Xianghang Building. At the same time, Xianghang Building has also been officially renamed Beichin Building. Whoosh! The media present were shocked again. After the face-saving applause, many media outlets interviewed Luo Yang. Beichin Technology has made continuous moves during this period, directly investing a huge sum of nearly 6.6 billion. Is this all based on your business layout? Yes, Beichin Technology is no longer a startup, but a rapidly emerging technology company. For what reason did you acquire Xianghang Building? One reason is that Beichin Technology's original office building is too small and increasingly crowded, so a new headquarters is needed. The other reason is that for the purpose of balancing asset allocation, Xianghang Building is a very good asset in my opinion. Beichen Technology has no reason to miss it. Hello, Mr. Luo, can you reveal the installed capacity of the Beichen system? The outside world is very curious about this. Sorry, no comment. Mr. Luo. Mr. Luo, after the press conference, major media outlets immediately released the news. The outside world once again caused a stir. In just half a month, Beichen Technology made 2 acquisitions in a row, spending 6.6 billion. Oh my god, is Beichen Technology so profitable? It has already earned 6.6 billion in less than 2 months? You upstairs know nothing about high technology. But any high-tech company with core technology is basically a representative of high profit margins. Look at Microsoft, its annual revenue last year reached $125.843 billion US. The annual profit reached $39 US and 24 cents billion. 6.6 billion is $1 billion US according to the real-time exchange rate. It earned $1 billion US in 2 months. According to this calculation, wouldn't Beichen Technology's total revenue in the fourth quarter exceed $1.5 billion US? His high-tech companies are really scary. Beichen Technology has once again become a favorite for people across the country. At the same time, employees working at Beichen Technology have become the envy of the entire network. I don't know who leaked the news, revealing that Beichen Technology will pay its first profit dividend early next month, which immediately attracted sour looks from countless people. Beichen Technology is already so rich, will its dividends be less? After the transaction was completed, Beichen Technology moved into Xianghang Building immediately due to various reasons. The overall occupancy rate of the building is now less than 12%, which is very deserted. More than 400 employees, including Feihai Financial, immediately became lively again after moving into the building. I really didn't expect that we would be able to work in Xianghang Building one day. Now it's time to change the name to Beichen Building. This building is so big inside. The space of tens of thousands square meters is certainly huge. At night, when the lights outside are turned on, the night view is so beautiful. Everyone was very excited. When they were crowded into a 4-story office building, they thought it was pretty good. Now when compared with the Xianghang Building, they suddenly realized that it was not a little bit worse. It is easy to go from frugality to luxury, but it is difficult to go from luxury to frugality. Luo Yang's office has also been moved to the 16th floor. Looking out directly is the mighty Huangpu River. Listening to the occasional whistle sound while working, Luo Yang feels that he has reached the pinnacle of his life. TSK, it's a huge and luxurious office with river view. I just need a glass of red wine now. Sitting on the large boss chair and spinning around, Luo Yang finally felt like a successful person. Sure enough, if you have money but don't spend it, you won't be able to experience this feeling at all. The entire 16th floor belongs to him. In addition to the office, there is also a large private bedroom for resting, the president's secretary's office, entertainment and leisure area, fitness area, and VIP reception room. Above the 16th floor is where the company's servers are stored. The space on the 4th floor is completely reserved. Luo Yang is considering purchasing a supercomputer for the company in the future. Except for server maintenance personnel, no one else is stationed on these floors. On the floors below the 16th floor, there are the company's major technical departments: Information Security Business Department, Server Maintenance Department, Luo Language Development Department, and Software Development Department. Pushing this way down, below the 10th floor is the Internet Department, where Jiguang Search, Jiguang Payment and other departments work. The lowest floors are office areas for non-technical positions, and are also equipped with public leisure and fitness areas, public restaurants, etc. The lobby on the first floor is where the front desk reception and the company's security and property teams are located. General posts such as cleaning and drivers are also basically on the first floor. After everyone moved into the Beichen Building, Luo Yang sent people to the Industrial and Commercial Bureau to complete the address changes of the two companies. At the same time, the logo above the Xianghang Building was also officially changed, becoming the cross-polar star logo of Beichen Technology, with Beichen Technology and the company next to it, English name Polaris. At this point, Xianghang Building has officially been renamed Beichen Building. The property and security of the building were officially taken over by Beichen Technology. Luo Yang found that he had to expand his staff. The previous security team was no longer enough. At the same time, the companies that were originally affiliated with Qianghang and leased here have also started to move out. Beichin building will only be occupied by its own companies for a long time in the future. The original office building in the Science and Technology Park was rented out directly, and the remaining 2 months' rent was returned. Feihai Financial also moved out of the original office building in the old city. These things took a few more days. When Luo Yang was busy in the technical department, Linya appeared here. Her expression was a little solemn, and she gave Luo Yang a wink. After Luo Yang left the technical department, she whispered, "Mr. Luo, someone from J is here, call." Luo Yang let out a sigh of relief. The long-awaited customer finally arrived. "Take people to the VIP room first, I will come later." After returning to the office and tidying up his appearance, Luo Yang came to the VIP room and immediately saw a middle-aged man with straight short hair sitting there. With this standard sitting posture, simple short hair, and the sharp eyes of the middle-aged man, even though he is wearing casual clothes, his identity is still obvious. In addition to the middle-aged man, there is another person Luo Yang is familiar with. He is a leader of the computer department of Fuda named Lu, who also attended the Beichin System launch conference before. "Hello, Director Lu. Why don't you say hello before you come so I can pick you up?" Director Lu, who is also middle-aged, smiled and waved his hands. "I know you are a busy man, so I won't cause you any trouble. Today I was asked to be a go-between. I would like to introduce you to you. This is Yang Ming, from the General Strategy Department." General Strategy Department. Luo Yang's heart skipped a beat. This is the #1 department of Dragon Kingdom J. "Hello, Mr. Luo. Just call me Yang." Yang Ming stood up and shook hands with Luo Yang. His hands were covered with calluses. Luo Yang realized that Yang Ming was not a civilian employee. "Okay, you can talk about the rest of the matter, and I won't be involved. I just want to visit your newly purchased building." After introducing both parties, Director Lu took the initiative to leave. "Xiao Ya. Take Director Lu around the company." "Okay, Director Lu, please come with me." Linya turned around and left with Director Lu. Director Lu had attended the last press conference and she knew him. After there was no one in the conference room, Yang Ming directly expressed his intention to come. During this period, Party J's technical department has been testing the security of the Beichin system. Now Party J is very satisfied with the results, so it sent me to talk to Mr. Luo about cooperation. What Yang Ming said was true. National defense security was definitely a major matter. As soon as the Beichin system was released, J Party convened teams of experts from all walks of life to conduct all-round testing. During this period, the computer experts from the J side used various methods to attack the test computer where the Beichin system was installed. In the end, the Beichin system lived up to its responsibility and withstood all the attacks. Data from all parties show that the security of the Beichin system, which is written in all Chinese assembly language, is absolutely top-notch in the world, and most computer viruses are ineffective against it. Its stability is also very good. Even if it processes a large amount of data in an instant, there were just some lags, and not a single downtime occurred. The system core has been confirmed to be self-developed by Longwei with independent property rights and fully meets Party J's requirements for domestic systems. The only thing to consider is the backdoor left by Beichin technology in the system. Everyone is well aware of system backdoors. Any software company in the world will leave a backdoor in its own software. Otherwise, how would Microsoft make the pirated system black out? But this is not a big problem. Once cooperation with Party J is reached, the backdoor of Beichin system will definitely be removed. After receiving the report from the top technical team of Party J, the boss of Party J made up his mind and prepared to deploy the Beichin system in Party J. What is Party J thinking? Luo Yang looked at Yang Ming. Luo Yang is almost certain that Party J will not directly adopt the Beichin system. To be honest, Party J previously considered jointly developing a new system with Beichin technology, but it was rejected by the superiors for security reasons. Party J hopes to obtain part of the source code of the Beichin system kernel, and then use the original system kernel to adapt it and develop a brand new operating system based on it. Luo Yang frowned slightly. Just the system kernel source code? That's right. Beichin technology is an important breakthrough for Longwei in the field of operating systems. Jay's side will not do anything to bully others. Ouyang Ming looked at Luo Yang sharply. We know that the reason why the Beichen system can expand rapidly is not because it is a domestic operating system, but because of the time machine simulator and the disordered array encryption algorithm. The operating system used by Party J does not need to be considered for commercial use, so Party J will not touch the simulator and encryption algorithm. After all, this is the trump card that the Beichen system relies on for its survival. Therefore, Party J has to settle for the next best thing. As long as it gets the kernel of the Beichen system part of the source code can complete the design of a new kernel. After all, we are also worried that the original kernel will have backdoors. At the same time, Party J will not take your source code for free. You can make a price. As long as it is not excessive, Party J will accept it. Luo Yang considered the pros and cons after the Beichen system was developed. Luo Yang knew that sooner or later it would be selected by the J party and the government as a procurement target, and as Ouyang Ming said, the Beichen system can kill everyone, and the reason why the Win system is losing ground is not the domestic system kernel, but the time machine simulator. Luo Yang has absolute confidence in the disordered array encryption algorithm he developed, because this encryption algorithm was developed by Luo Yang in the previous life. After a long period of testing, it can be said to be foolproof. Being able to establish a connection with the third party will be a great help to Beichen technology. In the future, it will be regarded as a semi-private supplier. Even some official departments do not dare to put any obstacles on Beichen technology. However, it is absolutely not advisable to collect money. This means that the transaction between Party J and Beichen technology is just a transaction. On the contrary, if the money is not collected, Party J will owe Beichen technology a huge favor. Free favors are the most expensive things. Luo Yang made a decision. I agree in principle with Party J's conditions, but we do not intend to collect money. We support national defense. Everyone is responsible. We will authorize Party J to use some of the core source codes of the Beichen system kernel for free. Of course, this is only for personal use. The third party cannot leak the code to other companies or official departments, let alone use it for commercial purposes. Ouyang Ming's eyes flickered, and he understood Luo Yang's thoughts in an instant. Luo Yang wants J to owe him a big favor. This favor is absolutely huge. Once the system kernel source code self-developed by Beichen technology is leaked, competitors can rely on it to rewrite a brand new operating system. I need to ask my superiors for instructions. Luo Yang temporarily left the VIP room. Ouyang Ming came out of the VIP room a few minutes later and nodded to Luo Yang. The superiors agreed to this cooperation plan. The big stone in Luo Yang's heart finally fell to the ground. After reaching a consensus, Ouyang Ming was no longer so serious, and the atmosphere became much more relaxed. When Luo Yang was about to sign the agreement, his heart moved and he looked at Ouyang Ming. Mr. Ouyang, I wonder if Party J is interested in doing a deal with Beichen technology? What deal? Luo Yang rubbed his hands, acting a little vulgar. Every year in the Dragon Kingdom, there are many elites from the special forces who retire from the army for various reasons, right? In one sentence, Ouyang Ming knew Luo Yang's purpose. You want to recruit them? Yes. Luo Yang admitted directly. Although I don't know how much subsidies J Fong and Long Country give them, there must be an upper limit. I'm afraid it will be difficult for these elites to adapt to the life of ordinary people after they retire, right? Yes. Ouyang Ming nodded. Indeed, in addition to some people joining the police force, there are also many people who choose to find jobs on their own. However, living in the army for a long time has created a huge separation between them and ordinary people's lives. In particular, some people suffering from PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder syndrome, are easily stimulated and may accidentally injure others. Mr. Ouyang, you also know that Beichen technology is now a thorn in the eyes and flesh of many people. I don't know how many people want me to disappear. Considering my own personal safety, I want to cooperate with Party J to recruit a group of special forces to retire. The next elite personnel will join Beichen technology. Beichen technology will set up a new company, called Beichen Security, which will specialize in security business and implement semi-military management internally. In addition to Beichen technology, the client range will also expand externally and provide security targets for some customers. With the backing of Bachin Technology, there is absolutely no problem with the various benefits of these security personnel. The salary will be increased by 50% according to the highest level in the industry, and 5 insurances in one fund are provided, including food and accommodation. In addition, there are holiday subsidies and year-end bonuses. If there are casualties during the mission, Bachin Security will also provide huge compensation to protect the normal life of their families. If the deceased has children, Bachin Technology can advance all basic expenses for their children from kindergarten to college to ensure that they have books to study. Of course, we don't intend to compete with Blackwater for business. The security scope is limited to the country. In addition, if special circumstances occur in the future, Bachin Security may apply for a gun license. Luo Yang expressed his thoughts directly. Under normal circumstances, it would not be a big problem for Bachin Technology to set up a security company, but the level of the personnel it recruits is uneven. Even after the real elite retires, they still need to keep records with the government, and the government, without the approval from above, it would be impossible for Luo Yang to recruit these people. Instead, it might cause more trouble. At this moment, with the help of Ouyang Ming, Luo Yang directly connected with Party J and decided to give it a try. Ouyang Ming was also swayed by Luo Yang's ambition. Good guy, this is obviously a simplified version of Blackwater Company. Are you still planning to apply for a gun license? Ouyang Ming's eyelids twitched and he felt a little dizzy, so he decided to leave this problem to his superiors. The waiting time was a bit long this time. It took more than half an hour before the superiors responded to Ouyang Ming. Can. This one word is more important than Mount Tai. The establishment of Bachin Security will take some time. Ouyang Ming left his personal contact information with Luo Yang, and this call will only be answered within the designated time. Party J also needs to select suitable personnel, and some real elites will not be introduced to Bachin Technology at all. Even if the strongest group retires, the country will support them. There is no need to worry about these people. Luo Yang. After finalizing the matter, the two parties formally signed the cooperation agreement. Downstairs of Bachin Technology, a black car was waiting. After getting in, Ouyang Ming nodded to Luo Yang and then disappeared into the traffic. Director Lu was picked up by the driver. Before leaving, Director Lu patted Luo Yang on the shoulder and said sincerely, "You've done a great job, keep up the good work." Luo Yang nodded. After returning to the company, Luo Yang began to work on the company's dividend distribution. As of October 1st, the global installed base of Bachin system has exceeded 90 million units. Among them, the number of overseas version users has reached 15 million units and the domestic users have reached 75 million units. There are 78 million regular version users, 10 million flagship version users, and 2 million professional version users. Since the release of the Bachin system on August 8, as of October 1, after settling the September income with major computer vendors and deducting taxes, foreign exchange transfers, other handling fees and other expenses, the company's current total profit of 31.3 billion Dragon Yuan, equivalent to $4.73 billion US dollars. The acquisition of Feihai Financial cost 2.63 billion yuan, and the acquisition of Qianghong Building cost 3.95 billion yuan. After deducting these two items, the current remaining profit in the company's account is 24.72 billion yuan. Crash. In the larger conference room, all the executives of Bachin Technology were gathered, and they were all applauding vigorously at this moment. 24.72 billion yuan, an enviable number. The company's second phase strategic development plan will be announced below. After the funds are reserved for the company's strategic plan, the company will use part of the remaining profits to distribute dividends. Luo Yang, who was sitting at the top of the conference table, stood up and walked to the big screened eye in the conference room, which is far more spacious and bright than the previous 4-story office building. The projector clearly projects the content on the screen. It has been 1 year and 3 months since the establishment of Bachin Technology on July 1, 2019, during which we have made remarkable achievements. According to the first phase of the strategic development plan formulated when the company was founded, most of the goals have been completed. The Bachin Computer Operating System project has been successfully incubated and has brought a lot of profits to the company. The Aurora search engine has also been launched and carried out. Commercial promotion is developing steadily. Although the Office software project is 2 months late, it has now been developed and will be released this month. In this way, all 3 goals of the first phase have been completed. Luo Yang pressed the remote control, and the content on the screen changed accordingly. The second phase of the development plan is based on the premise that the first phase can bring huge profits to the company. If the first phase of the plan fails or does not achieve the expected situation, Beichen Technology can only survive by opening a round of financing. Subsequent crises. However, the goddess of luck favored us, and we successfully did it. Beichen's system has achieved great success. The future development direction of Beichen Technology is mainly oriented towards the two major industries of software development and internet applications. IT will also develop other businesses depending on the situation. Software development includes four major categories, namely operating systems, computers, mobile phones, servers and other types of operating systems, office software, enterprise-level databases, industrial software. Currently only industrial software we have not yet entered. Internet applications are based on the three major businesses of search engines, mobile payments, and cloud computing, and complete the layout of a comprehensive business landscape through investment, holdings, and acquisitions. In the internet field, our first opponent is Qiandu. When Zhiguang Search officially defeats Qiandu and becomes the largest search engine in China, it is the moment when we declare war on Beiying and Gugu. Everyone present listen carefully to Luo Yang's story, which is related to the future development direction of Beichen Technology. The combination of Aurora Search plus Aurora Payment will form the third largest faction in the future Longwei Internet, the Aurora faction, or the Beichen faction. The current Qiandu is no longer worthy of the status of the three BTA giants. Its position it will inevitably be replaced by Beichen Technology, and the title will then become PTA. After having sufficient capital, Luo Yang finally revealed his ambition. He wants to be the Internet King of Dragon Kingdom. It is promising for Aurora Payment to rise and become the top 3 mobile payments in China. First of all, with the rapid expansion of the Beichen system, Aurora Payment has added 40 million registered users, and the total number of registered users has reached 70 million people, and the number of active users has also increased to 20 million. It is relatively easy for Aurora Payment to add new users. Everyone who uses the Beichen system will be a potential user of Aurora Payment. However, if users want to stay and continue to use it, they need to do a good job in syncing the usage scenarios. With Aurora Payment as its core, Beichen Technology will make large-scale investments and acquisitions in e-commerce, life service platforms, movies, travel, ticketing, hotels, etc., to enrich the functions of Aurora Payment and thereby increase user stickiness. Aurora Search is working in the three major directions of search engines, culture and entertainment, and information. IT will also make large-scale investments in mergers and acquisitions. Cloud computing will provide support for the two core businesses, when Aurora Search and Aurora Payment respectively. When the ecological closed loop is completed, it will be the day when Beichen Technology's internet business landscape will be completed. Everyone present was shocked by Luo Yang's ambition. In terms of software, the three-piece set of operating system plus office software plus cloud business will become the most common choice for most users. The five-piece set of operating system plus office software plus database plus industrial software plus cloud business will be the most popular choice for enterprises level user choice. Cloud computing has a very heavy task. On the one hand, it provides support for major software businesses so that users can easily call data on any terminal. On the other hand, it also provides comprehensive support for internet businesses. Part of the second phase of the plan has already been carried out, which is Aurora Payment. In the coming days, we will complete another important acquisition and officially enter the cloud computing business.